Okay. All right, so tonight we've got Did I Ever Tell You How Lucky You Are? Pigs Love Potatoes.
Daddy, if we're going to read this book, sing the song like the song, not just read it like he'll try.
Okay. The Day the Crayons Quit. And Peter Rabbit's ABC 1, 2, 3.
Yeah. I don't know what
Okay,
that is.
let's do Did I Ever Tell You How Lucky You Are?
I love this book. Mom does too. Song in it.
When I was quite young and quite small for my size, I met an old man in the desert of Dries. He sang me a song I will never forget. At least, well, I haven't forgotten it yet. He sat in a terribly prickly place, but he sang with a sunny sweet smile on his face. When you think things are bad, when you feel sour and blue, when you start to get mad, you should do what I do. Just tell yourself, ducky, you're really quite lucky. Some people are much more, oh ever so much more, oh muchly much, much more unlucky than you.
This is how I sing it.
How do you sing it?
This is how I sing it. When you think things are bad and you feel sour, when you start to get mad, you should do what I do. Just tell yourself, ducky, you're really quite lucky. Lucky, some people are much more.
Ever so much more.
Ever so much more.
Muchly much, much more.
Ever so much more. Lucky than you.
That's better than my way. I like that one. Okay. You ready? Be glad that you don't work on the Bunglebung Bridge that they're building across Boober Bay at Bum Ridge. It's a troublesome world. All the people who are in it are troubled with troubles almost every minute. You ought to be thankful a whole heaping lot for the places and people you're lucky you're not. Just suppose, for example, you lived in Gazette and got caught in that traffic on Zate Highway 8. Do you think we should show them pictures while we read?
Yeah.
We should? Okay, so I would have to hold it like this. Or suppose, just for instance, you lived in Gazere with your bedroom up here and your bathroom up there.
Do you even can trace it?
Trace what? Oh, okay. Suppose, just suppose, you were poor Herbie Hart who has taken his thrombobulator apart. He never will know if the gick or the gore fits into the scrux or the snucks or the snore.
Into the snuck or
Yes, Ducky, you're lucky you're not Herbie Hart who has taken his thrombobulator apart. Think they work you too hard? Think of poor Allie Isard. He has to mow grass in his uncle's backyard, and it's quick-growing grass, and he grows as he mows it, and it grows as he mows it. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
Think they work you too hard? Think of poor Allie Sard. He has to mow grass in his uncle's backyard, and it's quick-growing grass, and it grows as he mows it. The faster he mows it, the faster he grows it. And all that his stingy old uncle will pay for his shoving that mower around in that hay is the piffulous pay of 2 duklas a day. And Allie can't live on such piffulous pay. He has to paint flagpoles on Sundays in Grooves. How lucky you are you don't live in his shoes.
I have to clean with my hair.
That's silly. And poor Mr. Bix, every morning at 6. Poor Mr. Bix has his orphan to fix. It just doesn't seem fair, it just doesn't seem right, but his orphan just seems to go schlump every night. It schlumps in a heap, sadly needing repair. Bix figures it's due to the local night air. Come on, come sit down.
Daddy, it's almost like boyfriend.
What do you mean?
When you say boyfriend, it's
Orphan?
like boyfriend.
Like boyfriend, yeah. Yeah. It schlumps in a heap, sadly needing repair. Bix figures it's due to the local night air. It takes him all day to unschlump it, and then the night air comes back and it schlumps once again. So don't you feel blue, don't get down in the dumps. You're lucky you don't have a orphan that schlumps. I'd like you to sit down with me, okay? And while we are at it, consider the schlots, the crumple-horned, web-footed, green-bearded schlots, whose tail is entailed with unsolvable knots. If he isn't muchly more worse off than you, I'll eat my umbrella. That's just what I'll do. And you're lucky indeed you don't ride on a camel. To ride on a camel, you sit on a whammel. A whammel, you know, is sort of a saddle, held on by a button that's known as a faddle. And boy, if your old whammel faddle gets loose, I'm telling you, ducky, you're gone like a goose.
It's like some sticky stuff on your arm.
You do.
From cleaning out your Haley's house.
Yeah, painting.
Oh. Dried out.
Huh?
Dried out.
Yeah. And poor Mr. Potter, T-crosser I-daughter, he has to cross T's and he has to dot I's in an INT factory out in Venice. And oh, the jobs people work at. Out west near Hotch Hotch, there's a Hotcher bee watcher. His job is to watch, is to keep both his eyes on the lazy town bee. A bee that is watched will work harder, you see.
This book is my favorite.
I like that one too.
Me too.
Well, he watched and he watched, but in spite of his watch, that bee didn't work any harder, not much. So then somebody said our old bee watching man just isn't bee watching as hard as he can. He ought to be watched by another Hotch Hotcher. The thing that we need is a bee watcher. Well,
A is for apple.
the bee watcher watched the bee watcher. He didn't watch well, so another Hotch Hotcher had to come in as a watcher. And today all the Hotchers who live in Hotch Hotch are watching on watching the watcher who's watching that bee. You're not a Hotch watcher, you're lucky, you see. Are we gonna read that book or this book? You don't like this book, do you?
I do.
Then why don't you read it?
Let me book too.
Okay.
Read it.
Well, don't read while I'm reading because I can't concentrate. Okay? How fortunate you are you're not Professor DeBreeze, who has spent the past 32 years, if you please, trying to teach Irish ducks how to read Javanese. And think of the poor puffing Pugelhorn players who have to parade down the Pugelhorn stairs every morning to wake up the Prince of Puboken. It's awful how often their pugels get broken.
That's bad.
And oh, just suppose you were poor Harry Hatto. Try as he will, he can't make any shadow. That's right, he can't. He thinks that perhaps something's wrong with his giz. And I think that, by golly, there probably is.
The shadow is gone.
Oh, I can't do it with that hand. Wonder if our friends can see it.
Yeah.
And the brothers Bazoo, the poor brothers Bazoo, suppose your hair grew like theirs happened to do. Do you think you're unlucky? I'm telling you, Ducky, some people are muchly, oh ever so muchly more unlucky than you.
This is my favorite page.
Why?
Because then I get to do this.
Connect their beards?
Yeah. And then have the hair too.
And suppose that you lived in that forest in France, where the average young person just hasn't a chance to escape from the perilous pants-eating plants. But your pants are safe, you're a fortunate guy. And you ought to be shouting, how lucky am I?
How lucky I am. How lucky I am. Or how lucky I.
And speaking of plants, you should be greatly gladish. You're not Farmer Falkenberg's 17th radish.
And here we just say your shorts aren't safe.
And you're so, so lucky you're not Gucky Gown, who lives by himself 90 miles out of town, in the ruins of Ronk. Ronk is rather run down. And you're so, so, so lucky you're not a left sock, left behind by mistake in the caverns of Kronk.
I hide behind the book. Oh.
Thank goodness for all of the things that you're not. Thank goodness you're not something someone forgot and left all alone in some punkerish place like a rusty tin coat hanger hanging in space.
Pull your hair.
That's why I say, Ducky, don't grumble, don't stew. Some critters are much, much, oh ever so much, so muchly, much, much more unlucky than
I'm going to show you the surprise at the end of this piggy book.
Oh, what's that the you want to do next? Pigs love potatoes.
Certain what?
Maybe you can turn the pages for me because there's a lot of turns we have to do. Can you do it for me?
Yeah.
One pig wants potatoes, so Mama starts to cook. Then one pig's little brother decides to come and look. Can you move your head so it's not right where it is? It's okay, I'll do it. Now 2 pigs want potatoes and soon begin to yelp. So Mama scolds her 2 pigs and tells them they must help. 2 pigs wash potatoes while Mama gets a pan when 2 pigs' little sister sings, "Catch me if you can." Now 3 pigs peel potatoes and Mama gets a spoon to stir the 3 potatoes that will be boiling soon. Just then the Papa Piggy comes through the big brown door. He sits down at the table making 3 pigs into 4. Now 4 pigs peel potatoes.
There are 2 titles.
And 4 pigs sit and wait. When 4 pigs' next door neighbor comes strolling through the gate. Now 5 pigs want potatoes, plus Mama makes it 6. That's quite a few potatoes that Mama has to mix.
That's 1 more.
Then 3 more little piggies show up just in time, and Mama adds potatoes 7, 8, and 9.
And then for her, she
Do you
does.
think they eat anything else besides potatoes?
Here. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be kind of boring, just eat potatoes.
Here.
Hope they put salt on them,
Oh, that would be
butter,
good. And butter.
and cheese,
Oh, yeah.
and sour cream,
Yeah.
and chili.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All this stuff.
chives.
What are chives?
You wouldn't like chives. It's a vegetable. 9 potatoes for 9 piggies, says Mama with a grin. And 1 more for good measure. Splash! In goes number 10.
I think they do add like cheese and carrots.
Oh yeah, they have a salad. Well, since pigs love potatoes to Mama's great delight, the very piggy piggies eat each and every
What?
bite.
Just 2 things?
I know. Doesn't seem like a lot of food for a piggy.
Yeah. Pigs.
The only thing that Mama tells her piggies they must do is kiss her cheek and clear their plates when piggies are all.
Does this hurt?
What hurts your face?
Does this? You might press hard on it.
That's the end.
See, there's a spider bunch of potatoes on the face. and he's watching with his little sister. Then we both can read the book.
Okay.
So I read this part. Then you read this. A is for apples.
Red and green apples in a big brown pot.
B is for butter.
Samuel Whiskers is stealing the butter.
C is for carrot.
The rabbit's mother has given him a carrot.
That's the mother. Or maybe his friend. D is for duck.
Can you make a noise like a duck?
Quack, 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 quack.
Those are good ducks.
E is for egg.
Egg. A present of an egg for Mr. Brown.
F is for fish.
Splash! Jack Shark covered in spines. What's a spine? I don't know what that is.
G is for gate.
Look at naughty Peter Rabbit squeezing under the gate.
Look at naughty Peter Rabbit squeezing under the gate. H is for hedgehog.
Hedgehog. Mrs. Tiggywinkle is nothing but a hedgehog.
Tiggywinkle. Tiggywinkle. I is for iron.
Mrs. Tiggywinkle ironing makes a nice hot singy smell.
J is for jacket.
Peter Rabbit's jacket hanging on the scarecrow.
Peter Rabbit. His jacket is the scarecrow. K is, there's two different cases. But this K is that K. This is the kind of K I have.
Yeah.
My teacher doesn't like this. K is, well, sometimes like this. K is for cats, kitties, kittens.
Kitten.
Kitten.
Mittens, Tom Kitten, and Moppet playing in the garden. Your turn.
Okay. L is, it kind of looks like a bud. L is for ladybug.
Ladybird.
Ladybird? What the?
Fly away home, Mother Ladybird.
Mother ladybird. It's a bird and it's a ladybird. So L is for mouse.
A little mouse on top of the cupboard.
What the? F is for a paper.
Newspaper.
Newspapers. It had a fox in it.
The foxy gentleman looks over the top of his newspaper.
He's covered with his face.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you want to be quiet. O is for owl.
Can you make a noise like an owl? That's your owl?
Yeah.
It's a very interesting owl. Can you do an owl?
Do
it. That's a good one.
It's more like a tree while it's doing this. My owl.
Alright. We have a ripped page, don't we?
Let's color.
Okay, what's it say?
P is for pig.
The little pig went to market. His name is Pigling Bland.
Pigling. Another one. P is for
Cute.
Q is for cute.
Quilt.
Quilt.
Little baby mice sleeping all in a row. R is for rabbits. Can you see the little bunny peeping
We
over?
still have this one.
I know. S is for
S is for strawberry. What?
Timmy Willie eats roots and salad and sometimes a strawberry.
T is for Tiggy. Why is she doing that? Bessie? I don't know that word.
T is for teacup.
What's she doing?
Simpkin the cat was fond of mice.
Get the cat that flies the mice. U is for umbrella.
Timmy and Goody Tiptoes under an umbrella.
V is for violet.
I'll try again.
V is for flowers.
Violets.
I said violets.
You said violets.
Do you guys have our yearbook?
I left
it might
it
be
in
on
the
the
car.
shelf, but can
I left it in the car.
there you go. Okay. Timmy Willie sits in the sun, sniffing the smell of violets.
That's hard work. W
Mrs. Tiggywinkle hanging up her washing. Okay, we're almost done. Let's finish this book first, okay? Go ahead.
W is for...
Oh, we did that already.
Oh. X is for fox.
X is in fox.
X is for...
Jemima Puddle Duck meets a foxy gentleman.
G is for...
Y.
Oh. Y is for... I don't know.
Yard.
Yard.
Lucy is in the farmyard looking for her pocket handkins.
Oh, this is easy. Z is for
Biz. Can you make a noise like a bee?
This one. Read the most amazing book in the world.
Okay, Bumblebee, you ready?
Yeah. Daddy. Hey, I first you have to be next.
Alright, come on.
This is water. That was funny. I said, this is water.
Do you want me to try to do voices?
Yeah, Mom.
Okay, I'll try my best.
Makes it funner. Hey.
One day in class, Duncan went to take out his crayons and found a stack of letters with his name on them.
Duncan. Hey, you can read that.
To Duncan.
I read it instead. Hi, Duncan.
Hey Duncan, it's me, Red Crayon. We need to talk. You make me work harder than any of your other crayons. All year long, I wear myself out coloring fire engines, apples, strawberries, and everything else that's red. I even work on holidays. I have to color all the Santas at Christmas and all the hearts on Valentine's Day. I need a rest. Your overworked friend, Red Crayon.
Daddy, I thought all this and even the strawberries were apples. Even the strawberries. So I was like, what? Why does it say strawberries?
Oh.
But now I looked closer, and I saw the white, and those are the seeds, so I know.
Smart girl.
But you can eat the seeds.
Oh, the strawberry?
Yeah.
Of course. You can eat the apple seed too. But then, if you do, an apple tree plants in your belly and grows out of your belly.
Oh yeah, because then you're thirsty. You have to feed water to your seed.
Okay.
So.
Dear Duncan, alright, listen. I love that I'm your favorite crayon for grapes, dragons, and wizard hats, but it makes me crazy that so much of my gorgeous color goes outside the lines.
Gorgeous.
If you don't start coloring inside the lines soon, I'm going to completely lose it. Your very neat friend, Purple Crayon.
I'm going to beat you up.
I'm not gonna beat him up.
Yay! This is my favorite one, guys.
Why?
Dear Duncan.
Dear Duncan, I'm tired of being called light brown or tan, bro, because I am neither.
I am beige and I am proud.
I am beige and I am proud, bro. I'm also tired of being second place to Mr. Brown Crayon. It's not fair that Brown gets all the bears, ponies, and puppies, while the only things I get are turkey dinners, if I'm lucky, and wheat. And let's be honest, when was the last time you saw a kid excited about coloring wheat?
You only
Your
get
beige friend, bro.
You
Beige
only get
crayon.
to color a piece. The whole wheat. Like that.
Yeah.
Wow. I do not know how to draw.
Dear Duncan, Grey Crayon here. You're killing me.
I
know you love elephants, and I know that elephants are grey, but that's a lot of space to colour in all by myself. And don't get me started in your rhinos, hippos, and humpback whales. You know how tired I am after handling one of those things. Such big animals. And penguins are grey, you know. So are very tiny rocks and pebbles. How about one of those once in a while to give me a break? Very tired friend, Grey Crayon.
I just love to see it. I just love to see it.
Dear Duncan,
White crayon is not even alive.
you color with me, but why? Most of the time, I'm the same color as the page you are using me on, white.
But yes. You're missing it. You're not gonna be in the.
If I didn't have a black outline, you wouldn't even know I was there. I'm not even in the rainbow. I'm only used to color snow or to fill in empty space between other things, and it leaves me feeling, well, empty. We need to talk, your empty friend, White Crayon.
White Cat in the Snow by Duncan.
You're messing up the bed.
It's okay. Put the blanket up.
Freezing cold. I wish it did. Yeah, this way. I made for bed. I can't see the book. Ow.
I have a hard time with this one. I don't know what voice to use.
Or something.
Okay, how about...
Hey, Duncan. I hate being used to draw the outline of things. Things that are colored in by the other colors, all of which think they're brighter than me. It's not fair when you use me to draw a nice beach ball and then fill in the colors of the ball with all the other crayons. How about a black beach ball sometime? Is that too much to ask? Your friend, Black Crayon.
Ow, ow, ow.
Dear Duncan, as Green Crayon I'm writing for two reasons. One is to say that I like my work. Loads of crocodiles, trees and dinosaurs and frogs. I have no problems and wish to congratulate you on a very successful colouring things green career so far. The second reason I write is for all my friends, Yellow Crayon and Orange Crayon, who are no longer speaking to each other. Both crayons feel they should be the colour of the sun. Please settle this soon because they're driving the rest of us crazy. Your happy friend, Green Crayon.
I think I changed the voice in that like 3 times. And this one I have to do normal because I can't see it. Dear Duncan, Yellow Crayon here. I need you to tell Orange Crayon that I am the color of the sun. I would tell him, but we are no longer speaking. And I can prove that I'm the color of the sun too. Last Tuesday, you used me to color in the sun on your Happy Farm coloring book. In case you've forgotten, it's on page 1. You can't miss me. I'm shining down brilliantly on a field of yellow corn. Your pal and the true color of the sun, Yellow Crayon.
Yellow, I can see you. Or you can see. Our family wrote this book.
Dear Duncan, I see Yellow Crayon already talked to you, the big whiner. Anyway, could you please tell Mr. Tattletale that he is not the color of the sun?
He's a big whiner.
I would, but we're no longer speaking. We both know that I'm clearly the color of the sun because on Thursday, you used me to color in the sun on both the Monkey Island and the Meet the Zookeeper pages in your Day at the Zoo coloring book.
That's not the sun. Well,
Orange, you glad I'm here? Ha ha ha! Your pal and the real color of the sun, Orange Crayon.
I can read that so easily. Zoo.
Good.
Hey, even the zookeeper on the Monkey Island.
Dear Duncan, it's been great being your favorite color this past year, and the year before, and the year before that. I have really enjoyed all those oceans, lakes, rivers, raindrops, rain clouds, and clear skies. But the bad news is that I'm short and stubbly. I can't even see over the railing in the crayon box anymore. I need a break. Your very stubbly friend, Blue Crayon.
Stubbly. Ouch.
Sorry.
That hurts.
Duncan! Okay, listen here, kid. You have not used me once in the past year. It's because you think I'm a girl's color, isn't it?
You are.
Speaking of which, please tell your little sister that I said thank you for using me to color in her Little Princess coloring book.
I know.
I think she did a fabulous job of staying in the lines. Now back to us. Could you please use me sometime to color in the occasional pink dinosaur, or monster, or cowboy? Goodness knows they could use a splash of color. Your unused friend, Pink Crayon.
Actually, this is the little sister because it's small. We'll watch this whole video. We'll show our whole family.
Hey Duncan, it's me, Peach Crayon. Why did you peel off my wrapping? Now I'm naked and too embarrassed to leave the crayon box. I don't even have any underwear. How would you like to go to school naked?
You don't even go to school, you're a crayon.
Maybe there's crayon at school. I need some clothes. Help! Your naked friend, Peach Crayon.
Oh, now I know these are real crayons. Actually alive. Oh, I do that at school. I can peel off their paper.
Paper. Paper wrapping. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color, and of course he wanted his crayons to be happy, and that gave him an idea. I'm filming something. Well, poor Duncan just wanted to color, and of course he wanted his crayons to be happy, and that gave him an idea. When Duncan showed his teacher his new picture, she gave him an A for coloring. And an A+ for creativity.
Oh no. Now you said in the video, Doctor. You're already doing it.
I was doing it the whole time.
So are we done?
Well, we're just saying goodnight. There's nothing you have to do.
No, we have to watch it. We
No,
have to
we're not
show
going
it.
to watch it.
Why?
It's not for you. It's for me.
too long? Hey, let me
It is
see
too long.
tomorrow.
Lay down.
Let me see tomorrow.
Okay, deal.
It's really long, huh? So Dad, you just press the red button, or is it already filled? Kitty.
It's already filmed. Good night.
It's already getting onto your phone.
Love you.
Okay. Go back to Mama.
Love you. Maybe eggs and sausage, or maybe oatmeal,
Cereal. Love cereal.
or maybe cereal
Yeah.
with strawberries.
No bagels.
We had bagels today. Yeah,
What do we have to get? Yeah.
sure. Say goodnight.
Goodbye. Hey, you're supposed to cut